Howdy everybody, it's Dave, cooking with Papa. Today we're making loaded tater soup. You need about 4 medium-sized potatoes, taters, peeled, diced, and then rinse them off, put them in a saucepan, nice size one. Then we're gonna put 3 cans of chicken broth in it, because you're cooking in chicken broth, taters. All right. All right, we got that in there. Get you some black pepper. Put some black pepper in it to season it. Don't go crazy. If you need to add more, you can. And for cooking like this, I use kosher salt. Kosher salt, yeah. So we sprinkle a little of the kosher salt. Yeah. All right. Now we got to cook these taters till they're fork tender. All right, so I'm going to put them on the stove and let them cook. We'll be back. Okay, we got our taters on the stove and the chicken broth. You need bacon. You need a pound of bacon. Cut it in half and fry it up. All right, I'm going to cut it in half and put it in the pan. We'll be back in a minute. Okay. I don't know about you. I like my tater soup in a bread bowl. Hey, so I'm going to make some bread bowls. We got a couple pats of butter. About 2.5 cups of very warm water. Pinch of sugar. A dash of salt, yeah. And we're going to put our yeast in. If it sounds familiar, yeah. It's almost the same as my pizza dough, but you add butter to this. And a little bit more sugar. Alright. We're going to get this mixed up. We got our bacon frying, our taters boiling. So it's all coming together. So we'll mix it like I said before. You mix it a little bit. Give it a second for the yeast to start working. All right, my yeast is working like it did before. So we're gonna put some flour in it. This is about a cup of each scoop is about a cup. So we're gonna put about 2.5 in there. There's about 2 and about half. All right, we'll see where we're at. And I got an 8x8 baking pan, sprayed with Pam. You know, from Pam butter. And we gotta let these raise for a little bit. But we're gonna mix it up here. Okay, that wasn't enough, so we're gonna put another 1/2 cup in. And yeah, there we go, it's coming together now. See there? We get this all mixed up, let it raise. Scrape your sides so you get all that in there, all the goodness in there. Alright, you should have a nice little ball. Yeah. We'll set this over here on the stove to raise, like I said. It's got to be in a warm place. I'm going to set it on the stove to raise. And we'll be back in a minute to build this soup and make bread bowls. Okay. We got our bread bowls made. It's the same thing. Just quarter it out. Take a quarter of your dough. Roll it into itself. Make a nice bun. Put it in the pan. Do the same thing for all of them. And I always put a pat of butter on top of mine. It just adds to the flavor. All right, we got our bacon done, okay? In the pan, you cook your bacon in. Put a couple tablespoons of butter and let it melt so you got a nice amount of grease from the bacon and the butter. We're going to make a roux. To make a roux, you need some flour and a glass of milk. Okay? So I start with about a half of a scoop. Okay? And you gotta fry that flour. And let it fire up and get done where it's all combined with the butter and the grease and the bacon. It should look like this. Okay? And then before it burns, put your milk in it and stir, because if you don't stir, you're going to get lumps. It's going to be a lumpy. And lumpy don't make good soupy. Okay. Once you get all your milk in it, keep stirring it till it thickens up. It'll come together and thicken up. This is what's going to thicken up our soup. Okay? So I'm going to keep stirring till this gets a little bit thick. It'll take a couple of minutes. You know, maybe a minute or so, but you got to keep stirring so it don't burn. If it burns, it'll ruin the flavor of your soup. All right. Oh, and we got our bread bowls raising over here. Bacon's on a plate. All right. Let that cook for a second. And we'll get it in there. I'll show you in a minute. Okay. It's starting to thicken up for us. All right. So we're going to get the fork down and get us a spoon. All right. And we're about ready to combine the two. All right, we're going to combine the roux with the taters. Okay. Stir that in. Okay? All right. You got a nice consistency. So, we're going to put our pan over here. All right. While your soup's coming together, preheat your oven to 425. I should have told you that before for your bread bowls. All right. You want some diced ham for any of your soup. Why it's called loaded tater soup. Got ham and bacon and cheese in it. Put your ham in it. I'm a meatitarian. I like a lot of meat. So put a lot of ham in that. Give it a stir. Reduce your heat so it don't get too thick on you. All right. Then the bacon you fried, tear the bacon up and put it in your soup. Because you don't want big slices of bacon, you want little pieces. So you do that. All right. Put about 3/4 of the bacon in it. That way you have a little bit to put on top when you get done. And put a little more cheese on top and a little more bacon on the top. And enjoy. I'll be back here in a few minutes. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Just put our rolls in at 425 and get 15 minutes on them. We'll get them out here in a minute. Okay. We got 3.5 minutes for our bread bowls to get done. We're going to add our cheese. For our loaded tater soup, I use sharp cheddar. You need a bag. About 2 cups. Dump it in. Stir it in. And by the time all this comes together and the cheese melts, our bread bowls will be done and it'll be time to eat. There goes the rest of it. 2 cups.
Let's go back outside.
And here's what it looks like. You got all the bacon, the ham, the taters, and the sharp cheddar cheese. Brings it all together, and it is amazing. Thank you all for watching.